If you're a government or military employee, there's a big change coming to the TSP next month, and you need to be aware of it. Just like private companies and 401ks, the TSP is finally offering Roth in-plan conversions set to begin on or around January 28th, 2026. In this video, I'm going to go over what a Roth in-plan conversion is, the tax implications, who's eligible for one, and some considerations depending on whether you're in your early, mid, or late career. Roth in-plan conversion is simply taking money that's in your traditional pre-tax TSP and moving it into your Roth or after-tax TSP. If you've already contributed to a Roth TSP before, then it's very straightforward. The money just simply flows internally from your traditional to your Roth TSP. If you don't have a Roth TSP currently and this is your first time, this will create a Roth TSP for you if you elect the Roth in-plan conversion option. Now, there are tax implications with this. Anytime you're moving money from a pre-tax to a post-tax account, you will owe income tax on the money that you're moving. So in-plan Roth conversions are taxed at your income tax rate. Once you do the Roth in-plan conversion, it cannot be changed or reversed. And the taxes must be paid using personal savings. You can't use your traditional TSP balance or any other TSP balance to pay the income tax. So who can participate in this Roth in-plan conversion? You can participate if you are an active federal or military service member. You can participate if you are a retiree, you're separated from federal service, as well as spousal beneficiaries. However, non-spousal beneficiaries are not eligible. One consideration for military is that if you had tax-exempt contributions, say from a combat zone, the taxable portion of your conversion will follow the same proportion of tax-exempt versus taxable dollars in your traditional TSP. The minimum amount that you can convert at one time is $500, and you can convert up to 26 times per calendar year, so essentially once every pay period for each TSP account. For example, if you have both a civilian and a uniformed services TSP, you could essentially have 52 in-plan Roth conversions, though I'm not sure why you would want to make it that complicated. If you are retired and you are at your required minimum distribution age, then you are required to take that RMD before you convert into Roth funds. So to see if you can benefit from this new option, let's go over some considerations whether you are early, mid, or late career, or even retired. If you're early in your career and you think that your Roth and TSP balances will grow significantly over time, conversions can really help you build up that Roth TSP balance so that you're paying tax now rather than later. This provides you more control over future tax planning. If you're mid-career or a high earner, it becomes a little more complicated. You really want to take a look at what federal tax bracket you're in, because a large conversion could actually bump you in the next highest tax bracket. And starting in 2026, if you're over age 50 and your prior year wages exceed $150,000, catch-up contributions then must be Roth. This makes your overall Roth strategy even more important. If you've left federal service and you're in a low-income gap year, for example, this might be a great time to do some in-plan conversions for after-tax advantages. If you're late in your career or you're retired, in early retirement before Social Security begins, you may have a window to do Roth conversions while still in a lower tax bracket. Once you reach age 65, you need to be mindful of your IRMAA, which is your income-related monthly adjustment amount that's added to Medicare Part B and Part D premiums. And if you're retired for estate planning purposes, consider what type of account you want to leave to your children or your heirs. So under what's called the 10-year rule, your beneficiaries or your heirs must empty inherited accounts within 10 years. So you need to consider whether they would rather inherit taxable or traditional TSP funds or Roth funds that are tax-free. I'm going to do a few more videos on the Roth in-plan conversions, as well as go over the federal income tax brackets so that you have a better idea of how to calculate whether a conversion will bump you into the next highest tax bracket. So stay tuned for those. If you found this helpful, follow along, leave a like, drop any questions in the comments. And if you're interested in learning how to invest to build wealth purposefully and quietly without the hype and speculation,